Phrasal verbs with over. We're going to start on this side. Now I want to remind you, we often say walk over to, go over to, run over to, come over to. Any verb of motion plus over to or up to just means this. It just means go over to someone and talk to them, or walk over to someone and talk to them. It's a very useful phrasal verb. I would use it a lot because I do use it a lot. So if I were you, I would use it a lot. Okay, we also have some very commonly misused phrasal verbs here. Fall over and knock something over. They're worth remembering together, along with these two, bend over and keel over, because they both mean this movement. Something which stands up can fall over. So people fall over. They don't really fall down. Other things fall down. A tree can fall down. I think we say a tree can fall over as well because it stands up. But usually we would use fall over for people. Fall down for things, really. Or you can fall down the hole. You can fall down the stairs, certainly. But if you're in the street, please just say you fell over. If you mean you just fell over in the street, maybe there it was very slippery. You fell over. You slipped over. There's another one which I've forgotten. Slip over. Okay? So there are many phrasal verbs which mean something stands up and then it falls over. If you knock something over, it's for a vase, which is standing up and then you knock it over. So something must stand up to be knocked over. It's worth comparing fall over and knock over with fall off and knock off. So if you fall off something. You fall off a bike, you fall off a branch, you fall off the wall. But you must fall off something. The same with knock off. You knock the glass off the table. You knock the wallet off the chair. Anything, but it must be knock something off something. Okay, so that's how we use the knock off, fall off. It must be knock off or fall off something. Fall over or knock over, it's when something stands up and then goes down. A person or maybe an object if you're knocking it over. Bend over just means this. You actually bend your body forwards. Your top part goes forwards, so you're doing this movement. You're bending over. And keel over is very often used when someone has a heart attack or something serious like that, or a serious pain in their chest or stomach, and they keel over. They grab their chest and they go forwards. Okay. We also have these four phrasal verbs which all match this picture here. Just this. Okay? Run someone over. It's a terrible thing. It's when you're in your car and you actually run over them in the car. Now, maybe you're a child in a race and you're just running in the race and there's someone on the grass and you run over them. That's also possible. But if you're in your car and you say we ran someone over last night, it was terrible, there was an ambulance, you mean you hit someone in your car and it sounds like they went under the wheels. Now, we don't always, sometimes we say run someone over when they don't go under the wheels, it's just an accident, but it sounds like they might have gone under the wheels. Okay, roll over, it just means if you roll over on the floor, you roll over. So your body turns over and it's really doing this movement again. Although perhaps it's more like this, but this would also be over, yeah? Roll over. Move over, you can say just like move up, exactly the same. Move over, move up, and it just means make a movement sideways. And you can jump over something, jump over the wall, jump over the fence, okay? So these are quite easy ones, they're motion still. Boil over or spill over. This is when you have liquid in a container and it comes out of the container, over the top and out. But we use these metaphorically as well. For example, you can say the conflict spilled over into the neighbouring country. Okay, and it means that the war spilled over across the border. Yeah, so you could quite easily use it as a metaphor. We also have some phrasal verbs now which mean stay. One night usually. So you might have a stopover if you're on a long journey, and maybe you have a stopover in a city because you have to wait until the next morning for another flight. So you have a stopover, you stay there one night. You can stay over someone's place. Stay over for a night, stay over for 2 nights. And I think kids now very often talk about a sleepover, which is when they stay at their friend's house and stay up and eat food and have games. Okay, hand something over or pass something over. It just means give something to someone. If you say hand it over, it means can you give me it, please? Give it to me, please. Okay, we can also read over a document, look over a document, go over... We can go over phrasal verbs today with over. It means just go through a document or a topic, and you can glance over something, which means look at it quickly, look at it briefly.